be a part of the whole thing. Peacock is back.
Welcome to the Association Weekend Edition. It's March Madness in the NBA tonight as the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Orlando Magic in a thrilling victory, 105-104. What's up, everyone? I'm Alexis Morgan. Joining me tonight, our former Clippers and Spurs video coordinator and basketball mind, Mo Dakhil. And then next to him, we've got one of the sharpest minds in basketball. He's a skills coach and a player developer, Drew Hanlon. What stands out to you both early as you watch this game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Orlando Magic, Drew?
I mean, the first thing is somehow the Lakers found a way to win it. It was funny because in the pregame press conference, they asked JJ, who do you go to at the end? And he said, Luka. But I think he meant to say Luke. You know, Luke Kennard with a big to win it. I mean, and again, I could not be an NBA referee. I thought the ball went out on LeBron. Then I thought LeBron got fouled. So I would have been over 2 on those calls. But, you know, the Lakers found a way to win. They did not have their offense going in the second half. Luka, 2 for 13 in the second half, 0 for 7 from 3. They only scored 20 in the third, you know, and then the without that 3, I mean, they had 23 in the fourth quarter, including Luke Kennard's 3. But they found a way to win. And one of the things I thought was cool, the broadcast showed it. Entering tonight's game, the Lakers were 7-2 in one-possession games. Magic were 11-3. Those are 2 of the better teams in crunch time games. And so for the Lakers to win, huge win, especially with their next game against the Pistons without Luka, who will be suspended because of the technicals that have added up over the course of the season.
The Lakers have the best clutch record in the NBA at 20-6 when games are within 5 points in the last 5 minutes. The Magic, they overcame a 14-point deficit in the first half. They led in the first half, and then they were up by 5 going into the fourth quarter. And then that last second three-pointer by Luke Kennard. Mo, what did you see in this game?
Well, I think, one, it's just the Lakers did just enough to kind of stay in the game long enough. And then you had a couple of just sort of opportunities there where down the stretch, Austin Reeves had a lot of good looks and missed some threes to tie it. But the Magic were capitalizing on it on the other end. We're really kind of attacking over and over again. And on top of that, though, they just didn't execute the last play, the get-in play, which is what a coach calls when it's like, hey, we timeout, advance the ball. We got to just get the ball in, be tight, get a foul call, and then go to the line and knock down your free throws, and we go home happy. But the situation was that, you know, they just didn't really kind of hold on to it. And then credit the Lakers just staying in it. This drive by LeBron here down the stretch to make it a 1-point game was really impressive. But again, every time they answered back from the Magic down the stretch until they just couldn't. But this was a big one here from Paolo, getting a big bucket to just kind of drop in. They were rolling for the most part. Looked like they were going to pull the win, Alexis. Looked like your stat that the Lakers weren't going to beat Orlando for another year was going to hold. But then we get this play. I mean, this play was amazing because this was a great diagram from J.J. Redick. I thought it was a foul. Wasn't called. Okay, cool. Lakers stay with it. And then the game winner from Luke Kennard. Like, what else can you ask for? You know, and you said it, Alexis, before. A 2 doesn't kill you. A 3 does. And they give up a wide open 3 to Luke Kennard, of all guys, on a night where the Lakers made only 7 threes. He makes the biggest one for them.
You have no idea how mad I was when Luke made that shot, because before the game in our pregame show, I was the only person to choose the Orlando Magic. And
you know what that
is?
What
great game,
you know what
guys.
That is? The kiss of death.
Moving on. Let's take a look at that last second shot by Luke Kennard to win this game. Man, what a great play for the Lakers. But Mo, if you're looking at this play and you're breaking it down, what are you seeing if you're Jamal Mosley?
Well, late in the game, everything is switch everything. Every screen is switch everything. And like we just said, a 2 doesn't hurt you as much as a 3. A 2 just means overtime. And what happens on this play, I want you to see Paolo Banchero gives up and chases LeBron after Baines switched. He needed to switch and stay with Kennard right there. Instead, you have 2 chasing LeBron, who's diving to the basket, and then you just get a great pass from Smart right on the money to Kennard, and it was nothing but the bottom of the net. And then the Lakers storm in the court like it's the NCAA tournament right now. It's madness, baby. We're getting all sorts of fun. I'm hyped up because this was just too good of a play right there. I'm shocked the Magic kind of blew that one, though.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and after this, we'll be highlighting our next game coming up on NBA TV. That's going to be the Bucks versus the Suns. We'll see you right back here after this break.
It's time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hard Rock Bet is your home to bet on the NBA all season long. The only legal app that lets you bet on the NBA anywhere in Florida. Bet teams, player props, and more with parlays that let you shoot your shot for a buck. Points, threes, boards, assists, or whatever you want to bet. Roll with us this NBA season. Plus, new customers double your winnings on your first 10 bets.
This deep into your career, what is it that still on a daily basis you wake up and kind of still gets that adrenaline flowing? Like, where do you get the most reward still at this point in your career from coaching?
It's a great question. I would say two things. Winning. I love winning. And then the relationships. And I say this all the time, Tim, with coaches. If you want to be a coach in the NBA, you have to be willing to get your heart broken every year. Not just with winning and losses, even with your players. Our job is to pour into our players. Just pour into them. Love them, teach them, push them. And sometimes that is not returned back. Sometimes they get away from you and they kill you because they're mad at you or whatever, and you don't care about it because 9 times out of 10 they come back to you and they want a relationship again.
Welcome back to the association. We just talked about that incredible Lakers Magic game. Now it's time to get to the second game of our doubleheader on NBA TV, and that is the Bucks taking on the Phoenix Suns. Now the Bucks are 11th in the Eastern Conference, Suns 7th in the Western Conference. The Bucks are right there, kind of in that play-in game atmosphere. Drew, as you would say, they are trying to jockey themselves in front, trying to get to that 10th spot. But Giannis Antetokounmpo is out for this game, and we're taking a look at the tale of the two teams right here. Here are the season stats. In points, they kind of pretty much add up. But anything special that you're seeing here, Drew?
Well, I mean, I think these teams are going the opposite directions right now. You see that, Giannis not playing. It's hard for the Bucks to get anything going. And for the Suns, they're trying to do anything they can to kind of move up in the standings so they can improve their playoff position or play-in position. And so I think these teams have different goals and objectives for tonight's game, with the Suns desperately needing to win. And the Bucks, I don't know if they necessarily want to win tonight. So I think that's what the tale of the tape would say.
Well, the Bucks have also lost 6 of their last 7 games, kind of alluding to what you were saying, Drew. But Mo, any other stats stand out to you for this tale of the tape?
Well, I think the big one is the Suns' points off turnovers. They're looking to kind of attack and really get going. And I think that's going to be the thing where they're just going to be able to put a lot of pressure, defensive pressure on the Bucks, try to force them into turnovers, and that gets them out in transition. They're a monster second chance points team, and the way they crash the offensive glass, they're going to constantly be putting pressure on you on your defense with that. So it's not even after you defend the shot, you got to get the rebound and finish the play. So it's going to be really important for Milwaukee if they're going to try to actually get a W. They need to do a good job on the boards tonight.
You never know what's going to happen on any given night in the NBA. Let's talk about the player to watch for tonight's game. Drew, who do you have and why?
I've got Jalen Green, and I think that he's just so important for the Suns. When he came back originally, and I know he's dealt with injuries throughout the season, he was really, really good. Last couple of games, not so good. And so I think the Suns need him to be better. I think, everyone knows what you're going to get from D-Book night in, night out. But he's really the X factor. Last game against the Spurs, he goes 1 for 7 from 3. He had, Timberwolves 2 for 6 from 3, and then 1 for 7 the game before that. He's got to find his three-point shot. That's where it starts for him. And him being efficient, I think, opens up so much, for the Suns team. And last time he had a great game against the Bucks. The Bucks had Giannis, and he still had 25, 5, and 4. So he's the player to watch for me because I do think that he is the big X factor for the Suns, depending on how good they can actually be.
Mo, who is your player to watch?
My player to watch is Ryan Rollins of the Bucks. We're going to stick in the backcourt. Drew went with the backcourt guy. I'm going with another one because I just think he's so important for their offense. This is the first year he's gotten real minutes, and he's really paid it off, showing that he could score. He leads them in assists when Giannis isn't on the floor. He's just a monster for them and can get them organized in offense. And as we talked about, they don't want to turn the ball over, so it's going to be his responsibility to make sure to take care of it, to keep the Suns out of transition, keep this a half-court game, and get in the paint, because I'm telling you, it's not just about points in the paint, but once you get in there, you find the kickouts, you find the opportunities there, you find the dump-off passes for the dunks and things like that. It's going to be really important that he not only finds buckets for himself, but he contributes and gets everybody else going. So he's going to be the player to watch for the Bucks tonight. If he can get guys going, they're going to have a shot tonight when they go into this game. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big guy to watch for, and he's blown up so much this season. I'm excited to watch him.
Okay, let's get into our pick of the night. Who is going to win between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns? I'm going to go with Drew first. Who do you got going winning this game?
I've got the Suns. We talked about the different directions that I think they're going, and I think that the Suns need to win, and I think the Bucks, obviously, some of the young guys would like to win, but I think that it just means more to Phoenix, so I'm gonna tend towards Phoenix.
And then my guy Mo, who are you going with?
I'm going with the Suns too. I'm sticking with Drew. I'm with Drew on this one. I think the Suns are going to go, and they need this. They're trying to get out of the play-in tournament, so every game matters for them. They can't take a night off. They can't look at the schedule and go, "Oh, it's the Bucks. They're not trying to win games. They don't have Giannis. They can't come in and sort of be a little bit lazy or bring their guards down." As we talked about, anything can happen in the NBA, especially on the weekends. So make sure you're ready to go. They got to come in aggressive.
I kind of still hope there's some March Madness here in this game as well. I know there aren't as many big implications as the first game that we watched, but for my game, for my pick of the game, I'm going to go with the Suns, because before I picked the Orlando Magic, they lost. And so tonight I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns. If you're new out there, Mo likes to call my choice the kiss of death, because I guess whoever I choose loses. So I'm very sorry to all the Suns fans out there, but
I'm not the only one that does this. It's a known thing.
What'd you say, Mo? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It's a known fact. I'm not the only one. It's a known fact, Alexis.
Drew, is this a known fact?
This is kind of new to me, but he did warn me before the show. You know what I mean? He did tell me before the show, even before you made your pick, he said, whoever Alexis picks, just go with the opposite, because he explains kind of over the long course of the season the amount of data that has accumulated showing that fading you is the right way to go.
Listen, no side chats, okay? It's only the group chats. I don't know when he would have told you that, but we're definitely looking forward to this Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks game coming up next. This game is tipping off at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time, which we are at. So we will be back at halftime.